Hello, everyone. My name is JB. I live in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and today I'm going to be talking about what to do when you disagree with someone. Whether you know that person very well because they're in your family, or they're your friend, or you just don't know them at all. So, one thing that social media has taught us over these last 20 years or so is that when you disagree with someone, you can shut them down by um, unfriending them or blocking them or reporting them. And you should report someone if they're doing something or saying something that violates your rights or that's illegal or that's harmful or that's dangerous. You should report them. But what I'm talking about is just general disagreements about ideas. So there's 8 billion people in this world, and everybody has an opinion about everything. Some people have multiple opinions about some things. So there's a good chance you're going to come across someone who disagrees with you. And that's okay. It's okay for someone to disagree with you. Um, but when they do, that's when the conversation should start. That's not when the conversation should end. You shouldn't stop someone from being able to share their opinion or silence them or anything like that. If you disagree with someone, let them say their piece. You say your piece, then you try to find some common ground, try to find a way to work it out, and go forward. If you need to, get someone to help you have this conversation. But, do this respectfully. Do it like an adult if you're an adult. And if you're a kid, you probably shouldn't be on social media anyway. But if you're an adult and you disagree with someone, someone writes something that is different from the way you think, say, you know what? They're an adult. They're allowed to have that opinion. They're allowed to share their opinion. And though I might disagree with it, they're entitled to share their opinion, and they're entitled to have their own opinion. And you are entitled to your opinion too. You're entitled to have it. You're entitled to share it, and you should come up to that person through social media, or if it's in person, go to them in person, and just say, "Hey, I want to talk to you about this because you said this. I think this," and exchange your ideas. Don't be afraid of that. It's not bad to hear an idea that's different than yours. Actually, that's going to make you better. It's going to make you better understand the problem. And it's going to help you understand if your position is actually right or not. You could be wrong, believe it or not. I've been wrong a lot of times. And the way I found out is by talking to other people and then letting them explain things to me. I'm going to tell you a quick story. So, a few years ago, I was on the internet and I was looking through some government documents. And I found some information that I had a question about. So I wrote the person involved, who happened to be a CEO of a manufacturing company, and I asked the person why they did what they did. And what they did was give money to a person, political candidate. And the person who gave that money, when they received that message, they could have gotten mad. They could have said, "How can someone who doesn't even know me question me? How can that person have an opinion about what I did? I have the right to give money to anybody I want, and it's legal, so what's the problem?" But that's not what the person did. Instead, the person said, "Hey, thanks for asking about this. Do you mind if we get on the phone?" And actually, the person explained their answer first and said, "Do you mind if we get on the phone and talk about this?" And I said, "Sure." And so we got on the phone, And the person explained why they did what they did, helped me better understand why they did what they did, and I had no further questions because my question was answered. And I learned something about that person, about that person's intentions, and who that person was, and it was okay. But what could have happened in the beginning is that person could have gotten mad and he could have blocked me or stopped talking to me, or he could have sent me a nasty message saying, "Hey, go to hell. It's none of your business." But he didn't do that, and that person became my friend because I sent them a message with a question, and he didn't get offended. He didn't get upset. He wanted to have a conversation, and we spoke to each other respectfully, even though we're much different. We come from different places in the world. Actually, we don't. He's from Wisconsin, and I'm from the United States as well. I'm from North Carolina, but he has different ancestral roots than I do, and he has different life experiences than me. He went to very fine colleges. He has lots of degrees. He has worked at very high levels of different organizations, and he, you know, is very well connected in the community, very well respected. I've mostly worked in meatpacking plants. I went to community college and finally graduated from a state college a few years ago. I have not the same level of financial attainment that he has had. I don't have as many resources, connections in the community, and we're just different. And he could have said, "Hey, I'm better than you," even though that wouldn't actually be true. But he could say, "I'm better than you. You don't have the right to question me. Just shut up and go away." And but he didn't. And my point about all this is that when we disagree with people, we should be having discussions, exchanging ideas, better understanding each other. And one way to better understand someone is to put yourself in their shoes. Try to see the world from their viewpoint. Even if you don't agree with them, just try to understand what they understand, see what they see. And when you do that, it will help you to think about your position, think about how what you say or what you're doing is affecting other people, and it'll inform you, and it'll help you make an ethical decision. It'll help you be a more moral person. And what it'll also do is show the other person that you respect them and that you're trying to understand their position, and that just because you disagree with them doesn't mean that you hate them or you don't like them or you think you're better than them. It just means that you have a different viewpoint. And, you know, I think it's sad that people are so quick to end conversations or not let them start from the beginning. Because if we all talked more and we all listened more, we would solve a lot more problems. And we wouldn't just go around being angry about things or having limited perception of things. We would better know what other people are thinking, what they're feeling, what their positions are, why they think these things, and we would be able to work together to find solutions. So, if you would, take my advice. When you come across someone in person or online who disagrees with you, have a conversation. You know, talk to them, listen to them, work it out, find a solution, and it'll make the world better for all of us.